Hey, it's Howard. One of the things I get asked about most by people who are designing and delivering workshops is how do I start my session well? There's loads of things we can do here, but the thing that I notice that's the highest leverage, the highest impact is simply our personal introduction. Now, this sounds trivial, but it's not, because people tend to get stuck on one or two things, either being very overconfident or being very overwhelmed. And intros, when done well, can be a form of jujitsu for us when we're leading a session. They can build trust and goodwill with the group. They can bring up the energy. They can build confidence with people. They can build confidence in ourselves. They can also help us overcome unspoken objections that maybe some of our attendees may have. So introductions can be magic, but there's these problems. The first, overconfidence, is we go on for too long and maybe there's not enough empathy.
So after that illustrious phase of my career, around 1987, I was nominated onto the board, 1988, I was nominated onto the board of advisors for that organisation. And that was a magical time in my career.
Or they're nervous and rushed and there's no real credibility in there. People feel confused and a bit unsure of what they're doing there in the first place.
Hi, welcome to the tomato growing workshop. Really glad you're here. My name's Howard. We waiting for somebody? Okay, let's start. Yeah.
Okay, so how can we do this better? The good news is we only need two elements to make this better. Number one is credibility. Now, credibility is our credentials, the things that got us here today, the work we've done. These are the places where we're going to name drop stuff. It might be our clients, maybe projects we've worked on, degrees we've earned. Like in that first example, it's where maybe putting the more confident self out there. The credibility is really, really important, of course. We probably all know that. That's number one. Number two, though, is humanity. This is also what got us here today, but it's the human side. So it's the struggles that we faced, these hurdles we've overcome, personal stories, emotion. The humanity and the credibility, we need both together, the two elements for our introduction to really work. Two other little things with this that we need. We want to keep our introduction to 1 minute or thereabouts, definitely no more. And if we can, we want to be able to tailor it to our audience. So if we can add a human story or some credibility that's relevant to our audience, that is where the magic will start to happen. So the two elements, credibility and humanity, 1 minute intro tailored to our audience. That's all we need.